What if I told you that the biggest advantage diaspora Nigerians have isn't money? It isn't an American passport. It isn't earning dollars. It's something much more valuable. And almost nobody is talking about it. Right now, millions of Nigerians living in the United States, Canada, the United Kingdom, Europe, and around the world are sitting on one of the greatest business advantages of this decade without even realizing it. Most people think the opportunity is simply earning more money abroad. Others believe the opportunity is moving back home. But I think they're asking the wrong question, because the real advantage isn't choosing one country over another, it's understanding both. Today, we're going to explore why diaspora Nigerians may be uniquely positioned to build businesses, create wealth, and identify opportunities that many people simply can't see. Let's get into it. Imagine someone who has lived their entire life in Nigeria. They understand Nigerian culture. They know how people think, how businesses operate, what everyday challenges people face. Now imagine someone who has lived their entire life in America. They understand a completely different system, different technology, different business practices, different expectations, different opportunities. Now think about the diaspora Nigerian. They've experienced both. They've seen how businesses operate in developed economies. They've experienced efficient customer service, online banking, digital payments, automation, reliable logistics, professional standards, but they also understand Nigerian culture, how trust is built, how families make decisions, how communities operate, and what problems people face every day. That combination is incredibly rare. Most people understand one market. Diaspora Nigerians understand two. And often, the greatest opportunities exist between markets, not inside just one. Here's something many people overlook. Some of the world's biggest businesses weren't created by inventing something completely new. Many became successful by recognizing that an idea worked in one place and adapting it to another. Innovation isn't always about creating something from scratch. Sometimes it's about seeing an opportunity that others miss. The entrepreneur who understands two different markets has an advantage because they can recognize patterns. They can ask questions like, why doesn't this exist in Nigeria? What if this business model worked here? How can technology solve this local problem? That's exactly where many successful businesses begin. Not with invention, but with observation. Now let's make this practical. Imagine you save $5,000. In many American cities, that money disappears quickly. Rent, insurance, car payments, groceries, unexpected expenses. But viewed as business capital, that same amount can have a completely different impact elsewhere. It could help launch a service business, purchase equipment, buy inventory, fund marketing, or provide the starting point for a scalable company. The point isn't that one country is better than another. The point is that money creates different opportunities depending on where it's invested. People who understand both economies are often better positioned to recognize where that capital can produce the greatest return. But here's where many diaspora Nigerians get it wrong. They focus almost entirely on assets that don't generate income. Land, large houses, luxury vehicles. And while those can certainly have value, they don't automatically create cash flow. Imagine using the same capital to build something that solves a real problem. A logistics business, an energy company, a healthcare service, a technology platform, or another business that generates recurring income. The goal shouldn't simply be to own assets. The goal should be to own assets that produce value every single month. That's how businesses grow. That's how wealth compounds. So where do I think some of the biggest opportunities are emerging? The first is energy. Reliable electricity remains one of the biggest challenges facing businesses and households across Nigeria. That creates opportunities in solar energy, battery storage, portable power solutions, energy consulting, maintenance services, and new financing models that make reliable power more accessible. The second is healthcare. Nigeria's population continues to grow, increasing demand for better healthcare delivery, staffing, logistics, and home-based care. The third is artificial intelligence. Not because AI will replace everyone, but because businesses everywhere are looking for ways to become more efficient. The companies that help organizations adopt AI, automate processes, and improve productivity may become some of the biggest winners over the next decade. These industries don't just represent challenges. They represent opportunities for people who are willing to build solutions. So what's the biggest advantage diaspora Nigerians really have? It's not simply earning dollars. It's not holding a foreign passport. It's perspective, the ability to understand two economies, two cultures, two ways of solving problems. One foot in the developed world, one foot connected to home. Throughout history, people who could bridge different worlds have often built extraordinary businesses because they saw opportunities others couldn't. Maybe that's the real opportunity, not choosing America over Nigeria, or Nigeria over America, but learning how to combine the strengths of both. Because the future won't belong to the people who simply work harder. It will belong to the people who recognize opportunities before everyone else does. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe to Bridgeborn Insights, where we explore business, technology, energy, and emerging opportunities across Africa and the diaspora. And let me know in the comments, what do you think is the biggest advantage diaspora Nigerians have today? The future belongs to those who recognize opportunities before they become obvious. I'll see you in the next one.